Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Songs of Six. It looks like this tailor is finally complete. Is a Grand's tailor with apparently 240 tailors. Is a tailor building seriously called a tailor? Obviously I'm going to want this to be a fabric building. How come there's no fabric? Hold up. Do these buildings not... Destination not set or valid? Oh, are you for realsies? Okay. Well, that's a humongous oversight. Oh no, these tailors have nothing. I mean, there's random fabric all over the place. That is pretty horrendous. I think I want to... I know we're sort of just like incredibly hot starting this. I think I want to get rid of this farm and in its place have another ginormous apartment building. I don't think we can go like maximum sized. I mean we could, but it would butt into the road and just be absolutely hideous. This will be 20 residents. I feel like we should unfortunately have long houses, because I'm gonna imagine once the tailors actually get work in here, there's not gonna be enough space, probably. I mean, I guess there's this ginormous apartment complex over here as well. Okay, here's a compromise. I can have like some long houses up here. I'm gonna build them out of grandstone just in case it's dwarves living in them. So it probably will be, but it might end up being like, I don't know, some of these houses Crotonians might move into or something. Anyways, that is 60 residents. There's already some vacant residencies, and we can have some apartments right here. I'm gonna be building it out of grandstone. So that's room for another 32 residents. And then 16 on top of that, which is 48. That's almost kind of like almost enough. We'll just have to see. If we have a bunch homeless in this building, then we'll know. This Grand Tailory is going to be fueled directly by these Grand Weaveries, which wow, this warehouse is actually like close to full as well. I think I want to get the cloth network sort of set up. So I'm gonna hold up. This is cloth, right? Yeah. Gonna set this one to this ginormous warehouse over here. This warehouse doesn't have storage for cloth, but I can just add 10 crates for cloth, and we'll probably at some point during this episode have the network exist where it ships the cloth around the town. We've got experience gain. We've got more experience in our tailors. And that is also amazing. The workload's going to be a little bit fucked for a little while. I'm sorry to say, but it just is what it is. Hopefully there's bolts of cloth somewhere nearby, but I imagine once the four sort of cart dudes begin like shipping the stuff over, it'll be go time, you know? I don't know how long it takes. Do they have to organize it every single time they ship out, or is this just like a one-time like time down payment? I mean, it looks like they're organizing it over and over. Oh, so rare that I get to see the cart go out. I like these little carts. I think they're cool. It's a shame our dudes don't have the same technology the merchants do, where they just seem to like have the ability to have like 5 carts. Speaking of a shame, it's really, really unfortunate that the pottery situation is not resolved. I kind of think I should move the pottery up to a bigger dude. so I will. So I think pottery is just such a major part of this booze operation, and we're so horribly underserved with it. So what are we doing today? I guess that is the real question. I mean, there's definitely gonna be an element of like overseeing these new like zones and trying to make sure everything runs smoothly. Looks like yeah, one of these transports is already arrived and is unloading the fabric. Oh, another one is too. Look at that, that is so badass. You can see the workers gleefully friggin' bringing the fabrics over. There's one delivery man here. That is clearly not enough because the clothes are piling in. So I will just add more delivery men. There's no homeless yet, so that is positive at least. What's the next major industry? I think one thing I did want to do was to build like another smithy. If I recall correctly, I wanted to replace these brewers with smithies. Yeah, because it's friggin' pignoids working here anyways. Do I want to get rid of these warehouses? That's the real question. So I feel like we could smithy maximize a little bit if we removed one of them. I kind of feel like the answer is yes. And this warehouse is obviously gonna not store pots. It's gonna not store fruit. That can just go on the ground. If it rots, it rots. I will have 5 crates for metal, or coal, 5 crates for metal. Actually, do I want that? Hold up, new plan. This warehouse down here is not going to store drinks. It's just going to be 10 crates of coal, and the remaining crates are metal, right? And this warehouse is not going to have metal. It's just going to have, I think another weapon and armor smith would be cool, so it'll be 7 crates of each, and then maybe 6 crates of each, and then 3 crates for tools, just so that I can have tools, you know? Could be worthwhile to maybe have a clothing one too, but I think I will abstain because there's a clothing crate over here. Oh, it looks like there's just like an infinite supply of tools over here, actually. There's an infinite supply of everything over there. Well, no, you know what, I'm fine. I think I will pull back on the tools by 1, and I will get the clothes. I think that is fine. We're obviously going to have to wait for all the stuff to be dug out, which is what it is. Then we can reestablish more efficient pillars once we get the smith running. Definitely going to want to dismantle these little... Yeah, there we go. There's actually a bunch of metal there already, so that'll fill up the tanks very rapidly. So that is cool. I'm noticing a disturbing fullness to all these houses before this extra jeweler is built. So I think I want to continue just housing it up. Maybe I can build, I don't know, some longhouses. Not for the dwarves necessarily, but for the piganoids. In fact, I'll make it out of wood. Let's see, that's still isolation 100. It's like a sneaky back entrance for the duders, which is completely fine. It's not the prettiest, but it will do. I don't think people can actually walk into a house from the back, by the way. I'm pretty sure it counts as like cutting off. Since the employees have plummeted, oh, come on, bro. That's so rude. I mean, here's the thing. This brewer has 8 people in it because there's just been such a critical lack of pot. pottery? When's my next pottery shipment? That's the real question. These merchants need to arrive over here. So much is riding on that. Well, I shouldn't worry about it. There's other fish to fry. I mean, we need to let time advance no matter what, just to get all the buildings built. In fact, I think I'll just add in a little bit of Pignoid action, a little bit of Crotonians. I'm not liking how unhappy the Garthemis are, but I imagine I'll be able to just add to the food rations or something and make them happy, though I think our food days are kind of dwindling a little bit because we're no longer able to import as much food. So that's a big maybe. If I allow them more food rations, it might lower the happiness for everyone else. 35 more humans, don't mind if I do. Just bolster the odd jobber ranks. I think as asking for trouble as this is, I'm going to add in 30 Dondorian immigrants as well, because there's going to need to be someone working the jeweler. These buildings are done. That is also nice. Like this livestock just having a bajillion rings in its back pocket. Alright, how's the stuff? Looks like workload is 100%. Our tailory here isn't quite full on fabric. I say it's like completely not full. That's a little bit unfortunate. I mean, here's the thing. I have the giga suck going on over here. So it's hard to imagine that these guys are not going to be good enough. Are they seriously not good enough? Maybe this is a little bit space efficient. I think I want to just stack on another transport for the Grand Tailory. I'd rather the Grand Tailory be full constantly of fabric so that the workload never gets fucked than the alternative. Maybe I'm overcorrecting and like about a bajillion fabrics are all being stored inside the tailor itself, and this is working out just perfectly fine. But even still. Oh, the tavern got done. That's also nice. We could probably add booze to one of the numerous things that's being shipped into this warehouse, but unfortunately, our booze production is just god-awful right now. So, there's only residual booze left in the tank. It's actually shameful. I think I want to lower the booze count here, just so I can add more crates for pottery. So that, you know, the Deuterinos import more pottery. It'll be fine. I'm sure we aren't gonna just like crash back into no money. I'm positive of it, even, I would say. Maybe some bandits or something could come and attack us so that we could take all their equipment and then send them to the Shadow Realm. Shadow Realm being my gladiator pits. Oh, hold on. Look at this. There's this open hole. I was gonna have... God, I forget. This is another recording session. I tend to record the Songs of Six in like single one-off sessions, which is completely inefficient, but that's how I like doing it. We could probably... I remember thinking I would maybe want like apartments too, but I was also going to do longhouses. Don't remember what the mix was going to be for this. I mean, this looks pretty good for a longhouse place. Well, I'll actually, you know what? I'm gonna increase the I'm gonna do all longhouses. Here's my reasoning. There's probably a shitload of Garthemi delivery men, or there will be in the future. So Garthemi is like this like communal housing, so it would only make sense to have the big type of housing. We could also have some decorations in this little gap over here. That is non-decoration. So first of all, a torch on each side. Then it's going to be mostly Dondorians coming through here. So I guess some statues are in order. Alright, this transport is going to grab fabric, fetch, destination. Boom. This place should always be full of fabric now. So that will be cool. Is something I love to see. And this will be clothing export area. Don't know. We shouldn't be exporting anything right now. Wait, for sale, 1.4 thousand. Okay. Awesome. That's actually perfect then. Hey, what happened to the 240 tailors? That's sad. I feel bad for these transporters just sitting here waiting for work. Work that will never come. I mean, actually, they probably have a pretty chill dig compared to the rest of these guys. This is actually fucking really sad. This brewer. The one on the left, at least, is getting work. I wonder if... What's my technology level for clay pots? Maybe it would make more sense to import clay than pots. I mean, the answer has to be yes. Yeah, I think I'll max out my pottery bonus. I should have about 10 bajillion science points, and I still have 400,000 frozen. I'll get some delicious machinist specialization as well. Because why not max that out? And just have everything maxed out for the most part. Except for the really expensive shit. Where would I put potters? Who even likes potterying? That's the real question. So if we go to work, pottery, so let's see. So pignoids actually are terrible at pottery, it seems. Which is kind of sad. I don't think that the pigs would be used to handling pottery. I guess they're just so clumsy. And they just fuck it up. We could have humans. I kind of like having the humans do all the science jobs, though. There's tilappies. I have a hard time imagining that, like, the tilappies. What are they being used for, actually? Looks like they're mostly warehouse workers. Interesting. So we could have like a tilapia pottery district, just making the like most beautiful elven pottery there ever was. They do kind of suck in that they need like personalized housing. I mean, that's pretty much everyone except the Garthemi and the Pignoids, though. I mean, there's this fruit farm that we could get rid of, and then we could use this whole section up here for like just the most like massive pottery mill there ever was. And then it could be just like rows upon rows of housing, and there'd still be space for another row of transporters. That wouldn't be too terrible. I do feel a little bit bad because I'm not sure how much I want to dig into my food production. Oh, I think a new shipment of pottery has come in or something. Oh no, everything's getting degraded here. Is there a janitor? There's not a janitor. I'll put a janitor nearby. Just put this guy right over here. Why not? That'll fix that up. We're really importing just the most like ridiculous amount of vegetables there ever was. We're still at 800,000 money though, so that is interesting. I don't think we've fixed anything yet. Excuse me, what was over here? Oh, is there a carpenter over there too? Alright, well I should probably real quickly set up the smithies so that I do not forget. They're basically going to be the same as all my other smithies, but even still. I like this design. I feel like it's a pretty efficient one. I'm sure I'll be like slapping my head if someone were to show me like, or if I were to ever find out, I should say, some sort of like turbo god layout that like all the people use. I think I'm gonna leave a gap right here, just like a little squeaky gap so that people can like navigate through. So I like what I'm doing with the jeweler buildings, how there's like gaps everywhere. I think that's pretty nice. All right. A little bit paranoid that it's going to be not enough storage, but it is what it is. This is at least a very spacious, navigable type of building, so there is that. There's going to be a little bit of drilling into the walls just to sort of establish new entrances, which is also fine. I probably could make some of these pillars, yeah, a little bit more navigable as well, so I might as well. I'm sure the isolation will continue to just be high. There we go. So that is smithery number 1, and then we're gonna want another smith over here. A more beautiful layout has never been seen. Obviously this top left one is gonna get replaced with auxiliaries, but holy crap. Actually fucking cumin my pants just at the side of this. 8 ginormous workbenches all just lined up. That's actually friggin' fantastic. I love it. This is my favorite type of building. Just identical cubicles. The most soulless ones possible. It's efficient, okay. I think I can forego having a bunch of entrance. Does that make sense? I think I'll leave gaps for entrances in the bottom too. That way, everyone can just like come in from whatever angle they choose. I might as well remove this ginormous bench just so that I can auxiliary up. I want to have just like a super long storage available so that the tools get used. Might be kind of a ginormous pain in the ass though. Yeah, it's not fitting. I mean, okay, let's say I make the storage ever slightly shorter. No, this is still nowhere near close enough. Alright, clearly this isn't working. I need to just like have the auxiliary bench. Oh, you know what I actually could do? Probably could do the thing I did in the other building, where I like perfectly like carve out the space. 99, are you joking with me, game? Okay, boom. 100, then we have storage. Here, it's an extremely small amount of storage. But that is, you know, that's fine. And here's why it's fine. Dudes are going to be slurping the tools out at all times anyways. So that will be okay. And this room is so airy and walkable. It's just one of the best rooms. Okay. People love walking through rooms like this. All my friends, they talk to me about how they like rooms like this. I need to make some of these pillars pillars again because isolation. There we go. There we freaking go. Alright, I'm setting it. Boom. Ginormous smithy, tiny storage. And then last but not least, room number 3. Oh my god. There's friggin' mount. Whatever, I'll just have to build on top of it. Just is what it is. Alright, and last but not least, this one. This is looking good to me. It's got plenty of room for entrances, it's walkable, it's got a decent size storage. Feels good, man. Big fan. Oh yeah, gotta make sure there's entrance in here as well. Boom. Obviously, this storage is storing the wrong things. So there's just unfortunately going to be just the hugest amount of wood down there, but I'm going to want 3 crates of coal, 3 crates of bars, and then, I don't know, we could do a tool warehouse, I guess. I don't see why not. Could have a toolsmith over here. I mean, tools are fine to export too, right? Hopefully, probably. It's gonna be a lot of new blacksmiths. Hold on, is this building new? This building is new. Oh, they're just getting right to it. This was gonna be a weapons one, right? And then this one was gonna be armor. How sneaky, I almost didn't recognize it. Probably gonna want to fancy road up. Oh yes, 600 in our smithies, 600 or 60% more shit. That's actually magnificent. We could probably use another temple at some point too, come to think of it. Don't know where I would put it. The temples have to be like so ridiculously large. It's kind of like annoying as hell. Is there pots in this finally? There's not pots in this finally. Looks like the amount of brewers is slowly creeping up. So that is at least nice. The time will come when everything is set up. How's the tailor looking? 172 workers. The workload is completely fucked. But strangely enough, the warehouse is full of cloth. So the workload shouldn't be fucked. Where are all the workers? Excuse me? Oh, they're just all like fucking off? Are you kidding me, game? Does the workload just naturally fluctuate in a building? Just as dudes are taking breaks? That's kind of wacky zany if true. Oh, you know what we actually need is probably a export depot for the bolts of cloth as well. Might as well just put this guy, I don't know, right here, I guess. It's pretty large. It could probably be larger, but realistically speaking, or ideally speaking, I should say, I'd want more tailors and just to convert all the cloth into usable stuff. Maybe, I don't know. This area up here could be like another ginormous tailor, I guess. So I might as well just dig up this mountain. I'm sure they'll have difficulties beating the insane person slave labor allegations, but that is what it is. Dude, why is the happiness so fucked? Work minus 2.0? Occupation. Oh. Are you joking with me? There's literally plenty of room for retirement. I guess the retirement age is just too close to their fucking death age. How long do Garthemes last, anyways? Let's see. They live until they are 50 years old? Are you joking? No wonder they're getting fucked on the retirement. Okay. Wow, they're loving it. You know, I'm loving them. I want them working in the warehouses. You know, it probably makes sense to have such an early retirement age for the Garthemes if they're all delivery men. So it's probably quite a taxing job on the old back and knees. It makes sense. There is this area over here where this doctor is that could maybe be another worshipping place. It's not too far from the other two places, but I mean the alternative would be bulldozing just rows upon rows of houses, or getting rid of a grand university, or getting rid of the Globdian pasture, which is probably just like literally a drop in the bucket. How much does this produce? Estimated this year 50 meat and 300 eggs. God, that's so worthless. Dude, the Glavian pastures actually suck. I don't know if we can afford going through any more Sicilian right now. Their financials being so, like, absolutely fucked, though. It could be the case that I start building that building, they use up all the Sicilian, and then we can no longer sacrifice at temples. That causes faith to go down. Worship of that dude to go down, and then the Cantors leave. It's a siren song, for sure. Just putting Fancy Road in all the little gaps in this building. Real quick. There we go. Please fix your workload. Building. What's the production yearly? So produced this year was 13,000. And estimated this year 17,000. That is actually amazing. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Okay, you know what? I think I'll have room for bolts of fabric to get unloaded here as well. How's the fabric storage in this warehouse? It's maxed. Okay. Now's the time. We need to fetch bolts of fabric, destination, and I'm just gonna set it to all the grand warehouses. I think this is the grand warehouse here. Yeah. I'll just say, I think 5 crates of bolts fabric in each of these should be enough. Here's the thing. The bolts of fabric are used in housing. Well, maybe that means there should be more. One sec. Alright, boom. This place is actually maxed on its storage. That's kind of obnoxious. What is it storing so much of? Oh, just 15 crates of each of the foods? No, just of mushrooms for some odd reason. Highly wacky zany. I'm pretty sure I have plenty of Sicilian importing spots, so I'm just gonna delete this room and expand this warehouse real quick. It's just gonna extend out from here. It's gonna be a bunch of yellow space because, of course. I mean, you know what? I can keep this wall. Why not? For the most part, I'll keep it. Then that way I can just... There we go. That's relatively okay, I would say, layout-wise. And there'll be a bunch of doors here as well. It's isolation max. There's probably a little bit of extra space here and there I could take advantage of, but also it's just like so hard to even perceive what the fuck I'm looking at with a lot of these. I hope I didn't just destroy the entire building by turning on and off the walls. I'm sure it'll be fine. Surely. Copium. Oh, they're yoinking shit out of the warehouse. Lame. Okay. Well, do I already have the destination set? I don't think it matters. I'll just ignore that bolts cloth thing. Alright, this one will be fetch, fabric, and it will go... So we've got the grand warehouse up here. I think there's a warehouse in this like clusterfuck of a district up here. Yeah, this guy. This one clearly has way too much storage space as well for a bunch of random stuff. I am going to say 10 bolts of fabric. Boom. Then I think there's 2 more. Yes, there is the one in the Dwarfinoid quarter over here. Just this ginormous ass warehouse, and it is going to hold because it's so big, I'll have 15 crates of cloth. And then last but not least, there is one more place. It is on the right hand side. I remember this one more clearly because it's like the newer one. It's not this one, it's this one down here. It is going to have the 10 fabric. There we go. Sweet. Oh no, we're down to 172,000 bucks. That's extremely not great. We do have another jeweler though. So it's 128 more laborers. I just noticed it's a little bit degraded, which means we don't have a janitor anywhere nearby. I could build... There's no reason I can't have the janitor like right here, I think. It fits nice and snugly between the two things. I can't believe this tutor's all filled up. I guess I should have made it bigger. Oh well. Too little too late. Can't change it now. One of those two expressions applies. I'll leave you to decide. Oh fuck, there's so many Garthemies just occupying like little tiny apartments. That's extremely unfortunate. Just for all parties involved. Can I fit another longhouse? Looks like I can, actually. I think I will. It's a little bit fucked and it's gonna fuck up. I don't know if it is actually gonna fuck up the stuff here. You know what I could do? I could refurbish this plumber as well. And just expand it into this fucking zone over here. Why not, right? I'll even have it open into the warehouse a little bit. Have a door over here. I guess it is made of wood already. Let's see, isolation 95. That's perfectly acceptable. Then I can have a big old basin over here, or latrine over here. I think that's good enough. Oh, look, it uses the cut stone and pottery to expand. I didn't realize it was going to do that. That's pretty awesome, actually. Because this is an already upgraded building. That's a nice little touch. Nice way to avoid, like, exploits or whatever. Like, exploiting the system, you know? This warehouse up here should be done by now, right? No, it is still building. It's most of the way there. I guess I'm going to add a little bit more Garthemies. I kind of want to add in more Dwarfinoids as well, but I'm paranoid they're going to randomly riot. But whatever, I'll do it. I'll add in more Cantorians as well, because, you know, we got a bunch of blacksmiths. Cantorians love being blacksmiths. Oh, this place is finally done as well. Obviously, this is going to be armor smith. It's got insufficient workers allocated, even though I've just added about 10 million people. That also is what it is. Okay, bolts of fabric, export yard, boom. Not that we're necessarily going to need to export them, but just given the option, so that stuff doesn't get too clogged. I think I want to increase the storage of fabrics by 50% here as well. Just because we're encountering such issues. Dude, how do I have 6,000 pottery? That's what I want to know. Where is all this pottery? It's triggering the fuck out of me. There's gotta be a warehouse somewhere where it's all being stored up, which is not where I want it. Because it's not being stored down here. Oh well. Is it maybe down here? Is there like a pottery store or something? No, there's not even a pottery store here. That's kind of god-awful. You know what I think I really should do? Actually, come to think of it. There's so many crypts here that just remain unused. I think what I probably should do is I should just disable this graveyard. I think if I turn it off, it won't make people pissed off, but if I have a grand riot, then, you know, that'll be fine. Well, that, parentheses, that will not be fine. But yeah, I think I need to disable these graveyards so that people stop. Oh no! It's making them super unhappy. Hold up, I think I need to turn the graveyard back on. Is everyone's happiness just gonna jump back? Oh, please tell me. Okay, it's back. Oh, we're back. Oh, that pisses me off so much. We need to find a way to wean off these graveyards so that we can just have 100% crypts, because that's the major cause of the fluctuations in the religion. Maybe I just need to build more crypts. I think I want to build another crypt. Where am I going to put this thing? I don't know, there's this like area in the corner of the map that is completely unused. I'm pretty sure it's not really all that fertile. So we could have a crypt down here. So I guess I will. It's going to use up a lot of gems. It must be done. It's going to raise happiness for everyone. I'll be able to have more dwarfinoids so we can make even more gems. I guess this can be a Cretonian crypt. Why not? Alright. Just be made out of wood. I mean, there is a dwarf quarter like right next door, so maybe it would make more sense to build it in a grand stone, but it is what it is. I'll think about it either way. We definitely probably should also, like, I don't think I need to care about walkability. Guess I'll build it from the left-hand side, though. Or opened from the right-hand side, I should say. Dude, how can half the fucking building be dedicated to statues and there's not enough respect? That's what I really want to know. Wait, hold on. Wait, are you telling me that the tiny statues are more efficient? Because each of these are plus 0.1, and this is plus 0.7. Oh, but I guess you can't, like, store the tiny statues where, like, each square inch is open. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of looking like... No, it's way more efficient. Okay, hold on. So, what if I just had a tiny hall of statues? And they're each like 2 thick. How much space could I get away with? Well, are you actually joking with me? That is insanity. So then I can have even more crypts over here. I guess I'll just put them like this to maximize space a little bit. Oh wow, it's still got respect 100. Also, this is a Dwarven crypt. The Dwarvenoids can get fucked. I like the Dwarven architecture sensibilities. And then there can be entrances in the Hall of Statues. It'd be a perfectly carved statue of every single person of a certain age, economic bracket, or social strata. They get to like reserve the statue for some amount of time. Be able to see their faces, but with all of their like most attractive features enhanced. And I kind of think on that note we can end the episode here. We haven't solved the money crisis, but we have... I mean, we have been fluctuating actually, pretty hardcore. We're at 700,000 once more. So maybe we have made strides toward solving it. Or at least let our solutions sort of filter through. We've built out the rest of the Grand Smithing District in all of its glory. We've increased the logistics network's size even more. And we've begun the grand excavation project for the next Grand Giga Tailor. which is, I'm sure, just like a massive source of revenue. We can look. How much money are we getting from the clothing recently? Let's see, 265,000, but the grand gym, unironically, is the jewelry, which has earned 1.4 million denarii. It truly is just like a giga-yoked source of money. Yeah, nothing else even comes close. I don't know what the like return on investment is, like the ratio of value between a gem and a jewel, a piece of jewelry, like how much of this is like actually profit. I guess we could look at the diamonds and see. Yeah, this is minus 1.1 million, and then we're up 1.4 million. So maybe like the clothing building is more efficient, even though it's only 265,000. I mean, the clothing is going to be by default, but let's say the, I don't know, the armor making. But I think something could be said for the fact that the jewelers are so like worker efficient, right? Like, you don't need to have 10 bajillion jewelers to output a bunch of money. So in that aspect, even if the like ratio isn't super great, it probably is still more efficient to have, just so you have to have less Dondorians to output like a good amount of money. Those are pretty much my thoughts. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I hope to see you next time for more Songs of Six, where we will not have a negative odd jobber count. Goodbye!